Let us respect this program tonight. Let us be obedient as we are obedient, right? So let me invite to the mic Professor, the man that actually wants things to happen in Nigeria as it's supposed to be. The man who is behind the movement of obedience in Nigeria. Respected ladies and gentlemen, I am humbled to invite to the mic tonight Professor Pat Otomi to address us.
Let's listen to Professor Pat Otomi for a minute, guys.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is a thrill, it is a privilege, and it's a pleasure to be in this city of angels. I want to basically say to you that this is an extraordinary moment in the history of our country, Nigeria. It is extraordinary for many reasons. But let me restrict myself to your role as a diaspora in this extraordinariness of this moment. The 20th century is perhaps famous for how diasporas in United countries that were challenged in many ways. As the Meiji Restoration took hold in Japan, the Japanese diaspora in Europe, particularly in Germany, kickstarted the process that made Japan a miracle for the yellow race. Africa has remained challenged. And there is clear thinking that the liberation of Africa will come from the diaspora. How you play that role is what we are here to talk about. I want to say to you before I introduce the movement that talk is cheap. And there's a lot of talking going on. We want action in simple ways. I suggest to you that those of you who remit more money to Nigeria that we earn from crude oil can do something to prevent Nigeria from being where it is. And you can do simple things like this. Call up 5 people, just 5 people in your village, in the local government area, in some city, and say to these 5 people that if they are to retain your patronage, they should call each of them 5 people and commit them to a transformation of Nigeria by simply speaking to their neighbor. I know a priest who has discovered the most important chapter in the Bible, and every holy of it ends with obedience is greater than sacrifice. And if every one of us can talk to 5 people that we have confidence in and say, it's not about talking, it's about doing. Talk to 5 other neighbors. Make yourselves available. Send their phone numbers, and we can get all of those phone numbers on a platform, and we can get the candidate to speak to them literally every morning. And this is possible, and we can do it now. And that they can go out there and ensure that not only do people around them have their PVCs, but they are going to specifically act to cast those votes to change the course of our country. Now, this is a movement, not a political party. Years ago, we began work that was designed to bring together a number of political parties, a number of social movements, and a number of civil society organizations, because our country has suffered a collapse of culture, and it has become clear that we are not going to make any progress with what we have. And I speak to you as someone who has dedicated nearly 40 years of my life studying and working at it. What is clear to me is that it's not a matter of this person is bad, that person is bad. Structurally, the way the PDP and the APC are designed, their structure only results in transactions that invariably take the people in them away from a focus on nation building. It takes them to become narcissistic people focused only on their self-interest. And somehow, they may not be bad people at all, but because of the nature of the structure, I come from a discipline in which we talk about the structure, conduct, performance paradigm. Structure invariably affects conduct, and conduct results in technical performance outcomes. The nature of the structure of APC and PDP were clearly going to make Nigeria a continually underperforming country. And so we began to work on a movement of political parties, of social movements, of civil society organizations that can come under a big tent to deliver a new Nigeria. And we found the Labour Party's candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, to be the arrowhead of this process. And want all Nigerians, wherever they will be in the world, to come together to make sure that not only our votes cast, but those votes are protected.
This one is yours.
To ensure whatever you do, that there are a couple of people from your polling booth at home who are passionately committed not just to the vote, but to protecting the vote and ensuring that the transformation of Nigeria starts, such that you don't have to send everything you earn back home, because the people will be producing and growing themselves out of the kind of poverty that we are managing to find ourselves. I invite you to say to yourself, today, I must do something. It is not a matter of talking about it or getting excited or going on social media. You all know Nike. Just do it. So let's go ahead and do it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a better round of applause for the prop. Thank you so much. He said just go ahead and do it. All right, it has come to the moment we've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the night where we're to receive the lecture from our special guest of honor and speaker for tonight's event. And to introduce him to this podium, we'll call on the chairman of the organizing committee for this event.
Are you finished?
Oh, okay, so the chairman will make remarks. His Excellency is too humble. He said, please, I don't neglect the introduction. Let me just come and do my thing. So the chairman is going to make remarks, and then His Excellency will come. Mr. Chairman, sir.
All right.
Please, let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Chairman of the event himself just wants to make a remark. Well, I'll let you make the commentaries while we're waiting for
everyone. I said, good evening, everyone. If you are happy, clap your hands. His Excellency, the former governor of the great state, Anambra State,
very distinguished guests, especially the president and
Still working here. Chicken, right?
ADBI,
Take it.
members of High Table. I don't want to mention their names, but let me welcome all people, especially those that
You're still eating.
outside Los Angeles. And especially the angels that are living in Los Angeles. Let me let me start by saying thanking the Almighty God for making this day possible. A history is to be made. And I thank God that the visit of His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, after winning the Labour Party ticket that is starting from Los Angeles. It's actually starting from California. California being the biggest state in America. California being the richest state in America. And today, we are celebrating. We don't have that. We're celebrating in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles. I call it celebration because if you look at the personalities and the opportunities those that spun out tonight, you can see they are the best of the best. Anyway, like I said, I don't want to make so much speeches or remarks, but I want to sincerely welcome His Excellency. And I want also to use this opportunity to tell all Nigerians diaspora is key to Nigeria's success. Don't be deceived, because people will tell you, of course, the only thing we hear, you are going to knock out. Like I said before, your opinion and what you have will count. And of course, you see, some of you will not know, but I want to say it, that diaspora are actually the engine of Nigeria. People are talking of oil. Oil export to Nigeria annually is $16 billion. While diaspora remittances is $19 billion. So what does that tell you? That people living in diaspora are actually the engine of the Nigeria. Having said that, we all knew what is happening in Nigeria. People like us have been in politics. I've been in politics for 40 good years. So let me tell you, not only in business, I was there, I was very successful anywhere. You can identify it, you can put it. But I moved into politics, hoping to contribute my quota as a businessman. I'm actually the second constituency with Excellency. But the truth of the matter, he has gone further than me. I'm not surprised that by special grace of God, God is going to use him to change Nigeria.
Amen.
Of course, we're not in campaign yet, but the certain factors I need to put straight so that you who are diaspora so that you will not be able to say what is happening. Today, His Excellency Mr. Peter is not a tribal candidate. It's not a religious Bible. The truth, like I was telling, I want to tell some people here, say, when the campaign starts, you will see Mr. P2B winning more votes in the north than the south. Because those that are contesting, they have no answer to the movement. This is the movement that don't see in Nigeria.
So everybody is tired.
This is two hours. Sometimes I wonder, I say, let campaign start. Let me see those that will come out to say, I'm campaigning for those candidates. It will become clearer to them that Nigeria have decided to take back the country. Like I said, all Nigerians, all of us, we cannot sit behind. I was telling someone, I said, the truth is that the people that will benefit more from his candidature is people from the north. And I will tell you why. Because you see a lot of land that need to be cultivated. It is a pity what is going on.
Yeah, that's me.
And if those places are cultivated, the export, I will tell you, for example, I think it's a bit of Morocco. But Morocco did not have money. They export over $200 billion. Export. Do you imagine what is going to happen in the
She tried to take me a picture, but his phone.
If you do that,
He was
there will be
recording.
surplus.
Was that me?
Yeah.
What is happening like that is corruption. There's nothing. And I thank God that he decided to come out and give Nigerians a choice. And I believe that what we just need to do, like those of us in the who are Christians, like I said, when Jesus was trying to wake up Lazarus, he asked they should remove the stone. He can as well let the stone to go missing. But he said, remove the stone. So what we are going to do in Nigeria, and before Lazarus gets up, what we are doing in Nigeria is to remove the stone. So we are definitely going to remove the stone. So our children will get a better future. So we can see a different Nigeria that all of us will be proud. I'm also sure that the main beneficiary are not the people in Nigeria, but people in diaspora. Because we have so much here. There will be so much business. So if you're a lawyer, you open your chambers. If you're a doctor, you open our place. The only medical tourism, like we're talking of India, Nigeria will get more money than India. Because we have specialist doctors.
I don't know. Are you sure that's my answer?
That people who wear us to come to Nigeria.
Look at your shirt.
Hold on. Let me see.
Look at your shirt. Your ring.
That is not it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not different.
Exactly.
That is not it.
But we thank God we have a man that actually distinguishes himself,
You are not in the picture.
that has done it, not a rocket science. If you have not done it before, you say, can you do it? He did it with the state, Anambra State. He has been constant, he has not changed. And to handle Nigeria, it's easier to handle Nigeria to handle Anambra State. I come from that state. Anambra State is the hardest state you can rule. Because when you get Anambra State, you see all the billionaires. So if you cannot handle Anambra State, Nigeria is a cup of tea. This is for you to have a leader that wants to do the job. And I have no doubt in my mind that Nigerians have found that leader. All of us, we must continue to be in prayer. Don't be afraid. A lot of people will tell you, oh, they will not rig the election. You cannot rig the election. Listen. If you are not acting politics now, if you are not popular, you cannot rig. That is the truth of it. So the people that are thinking they're going to rig that election, it is more difficult. That is true. Tell the person the truth. You rig the election when you are not where you are not popular. I've seen it before. I've done it practically. I've been involved in not the rocket science. I know it. So for those that are still thinking, it is going to happen in Nigeria, I believe sincerely that God has answered my prayer. I don't have to boil so many speeches when the time comes. We will tell Nigerians. And they will believe us because we are straightforward and we are sincere. I would like us to go in straight to the business of today. And I'm happy that all of you we don't have this opportunity every day. So it's better for you to relax and be part of history and be part of changing Nigeria. And that is why we, even here, decided at a particular time to call upon all adults, young adults, from 18 to 30, they were free to come in. So they can be a new Nigeria. They can do it as far because these are kind of people who need to start aspiring to take over Nigeria. That was my honor and privilege to call upon Mr. Peter to be
All right, if you stay on stage, pay attention.
Thank you very much. Let me remind you what I told people in Canada yesterday. I said to them that where we are today, one thing we must take back is any form of celebration until if God allows us to succeed. And after 5 years, When I was governor, I said to the church, the traditional rulers, everybody, no title, no honor, no anything until I finish. Let's celebrate people when they come out of office, so we know whether they are qualified or not. Because what we do is that, because of it, I tell people I have about 11 universities that have written me for PhD. And I've failed to 11 of them. If I wanted PhD, I'll read for it. Not that I'm against honorary degree, but they will all give it to me when I was in office. And again, I said to them, part of the problem we face as a country is that I've worked in office. You hardly come across somebody who will tell you the truth. We celebrate people, celebrate nothing, and in the end, ruin the whole thing. I thank all of you for this evening, and let me apologize again. This event was supposed to start by 7. I know it started 7:30. I got to the airport. Air Canada decided to delay their flight for 2 hours. You know, I'm used to flight delay in Nigeria. So if it was in Nigeria, I wouldn't have apologized. You would have understood. But when I got here and they said it's 2 hours, I can't argue with them. I can't do anything. But I felt a sense of, you know, something you're not expected to happen. When it happens, I said, I feel a sense of, oh, how can this happen? You know, because in Nigeria, I go knowing fully well, if it doesn't happen, then it's a bad. Sometimes, so that's why we came here. So I apologize. And I thank you sincerely for this sacrifice. It is a Monday evening in the Western world where all of you are busy. And like when we sang our national anthem, we sang, it should not be in vain. And what I tell people is that I'm going around pleading to people and assuring you that what we are doing now will never. And I remain prayerful. People who have come to pick me from the airport and everything, and they say, oh, why are you always praying? And I say, listen, always asking God, do not allow me, if I have the opportunity, to fail with you. Let me do it. When somebody said I came here at 2:02 for campaign, I was here at 2:02, exactly 2:02. It was right. And I told him when he was chairman, when he was going, I said, this is how I came to this state when I was starting my governorship campaign. And I told them that night, I remember telling them something that night that all of them felt was this. And I said to them in my concluding speech, that if I take public money that I'm not entitled to, God should punish them. Wow! Not because of anything, but God gave me enough. More of my fair share. More of my fair share. And I said without anything, I told somebody dead Biden was sworn in. I said, why would I steal public money? This is the president of America that just declared that he's worth $8.9 million. So why should somebody from me being in a third world country, when I'm richer than that, still public? I don't know what else. I'm not looking for private jet. I'm not looking for sophisticated house. I'm not going to buy a house in America because I don't live in America. I'm happy to come here and see good people who live here. I've been coming to America when I was governor. People will say, buy a house here. I say, why should I? I don't live here. I will never live here. So if I come to live here, yes. But I live in Onitsha, so I have the house in Onitsha. Professor Pat told me, I've told you what we're doing. What we are doing is not about a normal politics. No. It is not about contesting the election to be governed. It's not about contesting the election to be anything. It is that we can't go on the way we're going to. It's unacceptable. We can't just watch a good country God created with everything. We have good weather. We haven't heard of any catastrophe. We have good food. We have good air. Everything. Human beings that are very, 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 if trained, incredibly talented, and can change the world.
Yes.
And then we allow a situation where just a group of people have criminalized the process and refuse to go away. I saw it in Anambra State like a chairman has told me. So part has been in this a long time. In fact, people like him at times I wonder why they are still there, because you get so frustrated that at times you don't even eat. I get to my house and my wife will say to me, listen, Peter, we just eat this food. Don't tell me about the GDP of this place. So God has converted his house into, I don't know whether he still has a house or into a movement. And that's what all of us are going through. But I urge you, please do not relent. Do not think what you're doing is in vain. All of us are in together for our future. Those of you who are here are actually worse off than the ones at home. The ones at home have given up. They have nothing to do again. You who is lucky to have run out of it, thinking you are safe, have become, you're working here and providing, becoming a welfare. Because if you have 10 calls a day, I assure you 10 of them are problems. It then becomes, how can we solve it? What are we going to do? What we're going to do this night is more of interaction. We want to learn. How are we going to do this? How are we going to solve this? Because it's so simple. It's not as if what is happening in Nigeria is something that cannot be solved. It's something that can be solved. People ask me today, how are you going to solve security in Nigeria? Why do we have so much security? What is happening in Nigeria? People ask, why can't we generate power? Why can't we do this? And when they ask you this question, you ask yourself, insecurity in Nigeria. Why do we have insecurity? We have 100 million people living in poverty. When you have young people in their productive age with so much energy doing nothing, you have to have a problem. Even if you do it in America, you're going to have a problem. Why can't we have power? Why is it that all you hear in Nigeria is power issue 20, 30 years? Why can't the two things work out? It's cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. When we've chosen people based on every other thing, but not what it should be. So it becomes a problem that we cannot continue in 2023. Our country today is technically bankrupt. Financially. But we live there. And I said, if you look at our last economic data, you will see it. We now live in this country where, just to give you an example, first 4 months of this year, from January to April, our federal government revenue is 1,630 billion naira. Within that period, the expenditure of the same government is 4,720 billion. So tell me if you have a business where you earn 1,630 billion and your expenditure is 3 times that. Would that business survive? No. So that's like the country we live in. That's the country we still move around and people are answering us of titles that shouldn't be mentioned again. The Excellency, Distinguished, Honorable. For God's sake, it's time to throw them away. Most of you are educated in Nigeria. You went to the best of schools. I was proud to say you went to the best schools. But today, your children can't. Nobody can. You can't even go to your village. Everybody's fearing going to the village. What went wrong? Nothing. So, how did we get here? Becomes a problem. We got here because we've hired the wrong people to do this job. And worse, those of us, which includes all of you, who hired them, have refused to say no when they are going wrong. I finished yesterday with 2 Southwest citizens, in Nigerian people, before Yoruba. When we were in the plane going from London to Toronto, and while we were talking, I asked one of them, who is in another party? And I asked him, do you know this pilot? He said no. So why did we enter this plane? What did they know? He said, because they're pilot. Where are we going? He said, Toronto. So the pilot is telling us the time the plane will arrive in Toronto. When he finished, I said, that's the problem with your country. That pilot would have been a car driver. And he entered there and we said, we are going to Toronto. And suddenly, he tells us, sorry, the car has this problem. When I came on board, I noticed. That's what they do when they come. Somebody is promising, I will do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. Like today, I was telling somebody where we're going to move, if I have the opportunity to power. That we're going to move from, that we're 4,000 today. And I said to him, we will be at least 200 times that in 5 years. 5 years. And he said to me, Peter, is that a promise? I said, it's not just a promise. Because I will go if it doesn't happen. I won't wait for the people to ask me to go. What do people do? And I told her the story. I said, let me tell you what people do. They wait when they get into the office and they start telling you, oh, what I saw when I got in. What were you seeing when you were outside? That made you make promise that you're going to solve it. You should see everything before you come in. That's how they do it here. When the president and everything is promising what he will do, he goes into office trying to do what he promised. Not to go there and be given excuse and tell another story, or even moving everybody backward. I said, no, it shouldn't be. Chairman talked about corruption. Everybody said corruption is a problem. Everybody have promised solving corruption. Corruption is the easiest thing you can deal with. And nobody tell you anything about corruption. If you, the governor, the local government chairman, the president is not stealing, your wife and those around you are not stealing, you reduce it by 70%. Wow. You have to steal for other people to steal. Your family or those around you will steal for other people to steal. And now let's challenge you, brothers. I was governor of Anambra State for 8 years. Go and show me where their money is missing. I've challenged the EFCC, I've challenged ICPC, I've challenged everybody. Go and show me where Anambra State money is missing. But I have to pay for commissioner to put his own, for Pansec and other people to put their own. And I approve every money that is spent. Every money that is spent. Of course, my wife didn't have opportunity of approving any because from day one, everybody knew that I functioned, and I said yesterday in Canada, somebody asked me a question when I said that there's so much responsibility and cutting cost of governance in Nigeria. That tell me, how do people make campaign and win government, and suddenly somebody says an office, calls it office of first lady. Somebody who never campaigned, never moved around, never did anything, and you create an office. My wife, me and my wife are like this. Since I'm here, we have always changed this thing, but she's not part of this business. So how come? We're very close, like this. But you can't set another office, buy convoy, create confusion all over the place. And the person said to me in Canada yesterday, he said to me, why can't we have office of first lady? And I said, you're in Canada, yes. And I asked him in America, in California, do you have office of first lady? No. Asked me yesterday, I said, here we are in Canada, do you have office of first lady? He said, no. I said, why didn't they have it? Don't they have a wife? He said, they have. He said, but there's office of first lady in America. And for the president, I said, let me tell you, Biden's wife is called first lady. But there's no office open with advisors for her. But I'm sure of that. Yeah. She's called first lady. Yes, it's first lady. But there's no office with advisors where you have governors, you have special advisor, or first lady or health, first lady or this. What are they advising her for? It's not elected. But these are what we do. So she will stay there and start approving. That's it. So when you talk about corruption, that is where we have a problem. He's not the one who even determine who gets maybe even oil license. Great confusion all over the place. That is the corruption. So when you streamline it where these rascalities are not involved, you reduce the corruption. Because it's public money. It is not for public good. That is what it should be used to. So for me, this night is not to come and do formal. The topic says the role of the diaspora. The role is very important. This evening, somebody told me about brain drain. And I said, watch it. It's very good for Nigeria. No, I said it's very good for Nigeria. You might not know that the turnaround in Asia you're seeing in China and India was because of brain drain. It is those who left China and India, when things were difficult, came to America, got educated, made money that changed their country. How did they do it? Today you're sending money home for social and for consumption. It shouldn't be. We must make those people there productive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Your money will come home as investment. And that is what we want to do with the country. Nigeria cannot continue the way it's going today.
Yes.
Because no nation can survive in that. No nation can survive in consumption. Nigeria is unproductive. Nigeria is a country of 200 million people with a productive capacity of less than 30% of that population. It cannot work. People ask me, what are you going to do about the Nile? I said it's very simple. Production and export. If you produce and export, he's told you, Chairman said it, our oil export is $16 billion. All other export included, when I said it that our total export last year was 18.9 trillion naira, which if you convert it by official rate is 47 billion. If you convert it by 650, it's about 30 billion. It's 200 million people. It's unacceptable. Other third world countries, like Vietnam, we live on a land of 923,000 square kilometers of land. Vietnam live on 331,000, which means they have a third of our land size. And they have 100 million, which is half of our population. Their total export last year was $312 billion without oil. Ours is 30 with oil. That is the crisis we face as a nation. What did they export? They exported manufactured goods, electronics, 60-something billion, clothing, which is all over the place in Ghana, textile is in Kaduna, everything $32 billion. Footwear, 20-something billion. They did more footwear than we did in oil. We must stop this. We have a country, and our country must work. We have today one of the most talented youths that if guided and supported, access to finance can become the tech. Build tech companies you want everywhere in the world. But nobody supports them. Instead, they are now telling them and say, oh, they are young boys, they are arresting them. If they carry laptop, you know, if you carry laptop in Nigeria, they're offense. Police can arrest you for arresting them. That's how those talents you see, I saw with Indians when I live in the UK. And I say it proudly. People thought they were very smart. But what did they do? They turned those talents. Today they are living in ICT. We have those talents. All they need is guidance. All they need is support. All they need is like they stop corruption. Exactly. Because when you kill corruption, once you allow corruption to thrive, you kill three things that develops a society. You kill entrepreneurship. Nobody thinks in a corrupt country. Nobody is enterprising in a corrupt country. You kill professionalism. Why would you have a professor researching to be a professor when a local government chairman and council earns more money than a professor? We even negotiate with kidnappers now, but we can't negotiate with professors. Why would you have a professor working? It doesn't work. You shut down universities, like we have universities shut down for 6 months. Nobody cares. For a country where human capital is already already an issue. We are 168 over 172 in human capital development. So it's an issue that you need. Everybody knows that more educated your people are, the better your development. So you have education. These fall because we have people who are incompetent in office. And they tell you there's no money. Because that's what they say every day, there's no money. I have been in government for 8 years. We didn't borrow anybody. Never one day did we borrow money. Never one day did we ask anybody to borrow money. We didn't owe anybody. We cleared all our pensions, gratuities, everything. And when I was in office, we lost money. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong in borrowing. Every country of the world borrows. America, where you are sitting today, is owing over 80% of their GDP and debt. Every country of the world borrows. Not even Norway, with all their 1.4 trillion sovereign wealth fund, they owe over 50% of their wealth. Of course, China, biggest, giant, everything, they owe over 50% of their GDP. Singapore, that we start every day, is owing about 120%. Japan, we all know, the third biggest economy in the world, owes about 230% of their GDP. But there's a difference. They borrow the money for investment. We borrow for consumption. When you borrow for consumption, you have a problem. If you borrow for investment, there's something. Japan used the money to help their economy, and whether you like it or not, today, Japan is still the highest owner of US treasuries. So they borrow this thing. If you call them tomorrow and say, okay, you must bring this money, there's a place they can scratch and pay something. In our own case, it's gone. So we have a crisis. And this is what we want to stop. And how do we do it?
Everyone, if you just join in, this is still Victoria Princess and your podcast in line. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, thank you.
Capacity with commitment that we're going to solve this problem. That's what Plato is sacrificing. That's what Simon. And a lot of people, since I started this journey, I can tell you, I've seen people who would never not be involved in politics call me and say, Peter, what do you think I'll do? And I'll say, let me tell you. Some people who are very highly placed, I'll say, let me tell you, there's no organ in refugee camp. You can be chairman in your country. But if all of us go to Cotonou, the only person who have job is your driver and gate man. Because gate man will be gate man, driver will be driver. But the organ, no job. So you have a crisis. If your country falls, like it's happened to people in Afghanistan, Europe, everything you have is gone. So you are chairman of bank. When you go to Cotonou, can't be chairman. And most of them tell them, you can no longer do cleaning job, can no longer do medical, can no longer do anything. If they ask you to clean that, you die. So it is better for you that we save this one. And they are coming out to save it. Their fear is what all of you ask here. So how are we going to do it? These people are this, these people are that. I said, don't worry. If you all come out, people tell you every day, Peter, they're going to kill you, Peter, they're going to do this. I said, don't forget that when I went to Anambra State, I heard all this. He has no structure. What is his structure? Has no political structure. Those structures are structure of criminality. That is the structure that has made us not to generate 1,000 megawatts of electricity for 20 years. So what structure are you talking about? Nobody should talk about that structure again. A country of 200 million people is generating 4,000 megawatts of electricity. The biggest country in Africa. The second biggest country in Africa is South Africa. In terms of economy, they are generating 50,000 megawatts of electricity. About 50,000. And guess what? 3 weeks ago, the president of South Africa declared emergency power. Somebody who is generating 50 declared emergency and authorized that anybody, any company can generate up to 100 megawatts without license. Somebody who is generating about 50,000 declared emergency. Somebody who has 4,000. The third biggest country in terms of economy is Egypt. If you follow me, you'll see that I was in Egypt within the past 3 months. Egypt, Vietnam, and India had deployed the fastest power in the past 5 years. Between 2015 and 2020, Egypt moved their power from just barely 20,000 to 50-something thousand. Tell me, how did they do it? Egypt. For God's sake, this is not America. It's Egypt. Vietnam moved from 37,000 to 75,000. Vietnam. This is not America. So they are not nuclear power. This is Egypt. So I decided to go to Egypt. And I wrote them. I said, I want to know how you did it. And I wrote them and saw from the power plant to the power company, to the ministry, to everything they showed me was seamless. But Tommy knows what they did exactly. What they did was not something anybody can do.
For joining us.
So where did
they
not
because
because
live in
do something
the
like
California,
So I went
United
to
of
them and said,
America.
you
We're
did
going
this
to
in
take a
Egypt,
break
so why not in
right
Nigeria?
now.
What happened?
Thank you
wouldn't tell
all
me.
for joining. Bye bye for now.
But somebody who is loyal told me, we've been coming to meetings in Nigeria, and we told them what happened in Egypt. We don't want to deal direct with us. Here is the man who can bring power. He knows, I know this man. He is the man who, if I work with him, power will be. And I went and started talking to him. You know why? Corruption. It's a very simple thing. Because it's something I've experienced. I was asked today that when I was governor, there was riots. Sorry, there was strike by NET for several months. There was strike by doctors. There was this. And I told the interviewer, I said, don't ask me that question. Because I wouldn't tell you what happened. Because if I say it, I'll be bringing old wounds back. And I don't want to say it. Let me tell you. Whatever happened was for the interest of everybody. I said, you know, I was impeached. I was removed from office twice. So don't think that it was all quarreling. My 8 years was 8 years of quarreling with everybody. You know, I told you that if I can rule Anambra State, it wasn't easy. No elite in Anambra State was happy with me for 8 years. And I don't think they are still happy with me today.